Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are thankfully absolutely ridiculous. It is great to see a ton of you guys here. What up, Chris Kinberg, Hoos Islander, Dave Brayman, Scott Copland, Chris Burns many times, Kim Jackson, what's happening? And Kim Jackson, please do not identify as gent. I love it. Scott, wow, Gutnecht. That is a freaking awesome last name, Scott. 5280 James. It is so good to be here, guys. Maria, the big bad Mexican lady, is ready to do battle in the deserts of Mexico. I am so excited. The only thing I have left to do is I got some hand guards coming, hopefully, which, you know, whatever. And then I got to change the oil and do a shakedown ride. But that thing fires up, runs, rips right now. I'm so excited. Roger Hurd, what's happening, my man? Going back to Mexico. I wish you could be there. We need to get back down there together. Rural Delinquent, how's it going? Today's podcast show, whatever you want to call this thing, is open forum. Whatever you guys want to talk about, shoot your questions. If you're watching later, if you're watching this on a rebroadcast, please ask questions. I try to get to all of them that are worth answering. And I'll be honest, some of your questions, maybe not you guys who are watching this live, but some of you guys that watch my videos are just not worth answering. You guys are ridiculous. Thank you, Chris Kernberg. I cannot wait. I leave November 8th. The morning of the 8th, we drive down to close to Mexico, probably near El Centro, California, or something like that. Then we're going to cross into Tecate because that's an easy shoot, you know. It's way easier than dealing with Tijuana. Then we'll drive as far as we can that day on the 9th. We'll cross over on the 9th, drive as far as we can. 10th, we get down to Constitucion, and we hang out there and do a lot of pre-run. Ethan List, Sawyer Llewellyn, what's happening? Bill O'Neill, Garrett Henderson, absolutely skip all your questions. Lance Frazier, I cannot wait to get the Beta 300RR either. I just talked to, hey, there's Smiley Hansen. Look at that. Doesn't that look different than last night, Justin? And it runs and it's ready to rock. What was I say? I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. Guys, I can't wait to get down there. Oh, the 300. Yeah, so I talked to Dan North. I'm getting his first one. I don't know when that's going to be. I think he's going to probably get it in November, December. I probably won't actually see it till like January because I think he's planning on coming down to Arizona to ride. They usually do in January. And we're going to meet in, like the mile markers, Phoenix area, and ride together. I'll pick up the bike and come back. Kim Jackson, says first snow of the season today. I believe that it was raining quite a bit last night. I haven't seen the mountains yet because it's still dark here, but my guess is the mountains here are covered in snow. Leo Anthony Mayer, how often do you need to lube mousse balls? Oh boy, that's so many good answers to that. So I just do it every time I change a tire, but I change tires every like 10 to 15 hours, 20 at the max. So I would say somewhere in the 20-hour range, 15, 20-hour range. And actually, let me get something. Hang on one second. Our friend Ben Nicholson, there we go, sells these little guys, and they're just valve stems. You guys could probably buy them anywhere, but he has them on firsttrackmoto.com/Highlands Cycles. I'll type that in. I don't know what I'm doing here. One second. Boom. He goes, Smiley Hansen, I love it. You go to that little website right there, and you can hunt these down if you want to buy them and also get something else like that S3 brake thing, which is the coolest thing ever. Or anything else that he sells because he's awesome. We do get a kickback. Anyway, great guy. But this is cool. Leo, you can put this in your rim where the valve stem would have been, and then you can just shoot lube in that. It's got a a core that you can take in and out. I would just, if I were putting this on my bike, I would just take the core out and use the cap to keep dirt out. So those things are sweet. Who's this guy morning? I don't know who that Trav YZF is, but let's see. Junction is raining. No snow yet, Jared. Oh, right on. I'm sure it's the San Juans have got to be white. Kim Jackson. We have a beta dealer in Rock Springs as far as last month. Right on. Smiley Hanson. I'm not sure when in January. I love doing New Year's, so I'm going to try to talk him into that. That's my favorite time to go down there just because it's fun. Sharif Tarish, I picked up the 24XC. It is good. I'm at 1,000 feet though. Yeah, I bet it's good. Well, it's freaking 250s are great up here too. I like 250s. They rev a little faster, rev out a little higher. It's just up here in the mountains. There's no replacement for displacement, and it's nice. So, Tony Andrews, what up? How's NTJ, man? Zach Farkash got his first snow dusting last night. Yeah. Like I said, I'm sure our mountains are snowy, and probably we're all done in the high country now unless we get a super gnarly Indian summer. Motormaster, good morning. Love the video of the KX85 rebuild. Schlogs are the best. Race weekend coming here in North Carolina. Right on. First of all, good luck racing. Motormaster, thank you. I love the Schlogs and the shop videos too. That's what got us to where we are. So I definitely understand that is like, that's our bread and butter. All these reviews and things like that are what help pay the bills, and I really enjoy doing the reviews too. So yeah, let's see. Smiley, talk to you later about AZ. Bunch of friends. Sweet, Smiley. Yeah, we'll talk. We've been trying to get together now for a long time, so we need to make that happen. Yeah, we'll coordinate, and it will happen. It'll be awesome. And Roger says, "You bring rain when you come to AZ." I know. Literally, like the last 3 or 4 times I've been to Arizona, it has rained and it has been so good. Stephen Davis, or is it Stefan? I don't know if it's Stephen or Stefan. Anyway, are there any races in Europe you would like to watch or ride in? I would absolutely love to go watch Erzberg, mainly because of the craziness and the whole just atmosphere. It looks like just a nutty, crazy, awesome thing, and I think that's rad. I would like to see that. Also, obviously, the course is amazing. I'd also like to go to Romaniacs because I'd like to be there. I'd like to maybe race the super lowest class in Romaniacs, like the iron, or it's not even the bronze. Like so I'd like to think that I could get good enough to race the bronze class there. I'm definitely going to try. That's part of why I'm getting that beta, is I'm going to build a legit hard enduro. Because my XC, while it works for hard enduro, it's better at going fast. It's just better at like GNCC, hare scramble, desert racing. That's all there is to it. So the betas are small, compact, light. I'm excited to build a true hard enduro bike with that. Let's see. Pal, thank you, says awesome channel. We'd like to get out to Montrose, get my done after you get back from Baja. Right on, Zach. Let's line that up. It'll be after Thanksgiving. I get back right before Thanksgiving, and then whatever. Sarah Llewellyn, skid plate, SXS or Tusk, if you could have either one without cost being a factor. Ooh, what bike, Sawyer? What bike? Because that will actually make a difference. So European races, those big hard enduros are cool. And then Roger Hurd, it says MX Donations. I would really like to see a big MX GP at one of the big sand tracks. I'd like to be there and just watch the craziness, because we don't have sand tracks like that here. Like the sandiest track we have, which is what, Millville or whatever, is not even close to that. So I would like to see that. And again, the Europeans just love motorsports, and I would like to be there. Shit show Sean, that's awesome, by the way. Have you tried a Reju KTM gas for hard enduro? No, I'm not a big fan of the Reju pre KTM gases. They're fine motorcycles. There's nothing wrong with them per se. I don't know. It's come now. They've come a long way. I don't. Well, first, honestly, one of the biggest things I don't want to give up is the starter system on the newer bikes. It's, you know, that one's like the old KTM with the thing that comes in and has to change directions and all that. It's terrible. And it was terrible on KTMs. I'm not bashing those guys. They're just bad. And so, yeah, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not a big fan. Like the bikes are fine. So Llewellyn, 23 XCW. So SXS or Tusk. Honestly, I would probably, if I'm just sitting there looking at the catalog, I would probably go with SXS because John is a U.S. guy. He's a tiny business. I'm a tiny business. I would probably support him. He also makes tons of skid plates, and his skid plates are amazing. I do think that the Tusk is maybe a little easier to mount and all that, but yeah, I like supporting local business, and obviously I'm going to promote the Tusk because not everybody has access to John. Not every, money is a factor sometimes for people. I think people need to have choices and look at different things. But yeah, the honest answer is I would probably give my money to John. He's awesome. So when you get the beta, will you get a different tune for the XC? Ron Hartle, no. I probably will leave the tune for the XC because I don't need full-on crazy desert tune. Like I'm sure it's a lot of fun, but the reality is in our hair scrambles, we get enough tight stuff that yeah, I don't want it to be too crazy. See, Steven says Erzberg is really crazy. Romance, you could do the bronze class. Long days are what normally breaks people, so fitness and bike skills have to be on point. Right on. Yeah, I'd like to do that someday. Maybe when I'm like 55 or something like that, and show all the young boys up. When you get your new beta, I'd like to see a drag race between the KTM and the beta. It would be interesting to see if the XC fuel injection is faster than the RR car. Nick, phenomenal idea. I will make that happen. Tom Battleaxe, what's happening? Garrett Anderson, my AXP skid plate was a pain to install. Yeah, 100%. AXP skid plates are good as far as protecting your bike, right? Quality's good, all that. Mounting sucks. Also, John Seahorn's SXS is they're not as easy to mount as the Tusk was. Like the way the Tusk was designed, I mean, it takes a little bit of setup at the first to put that clamp on the frame that squeezes the frame. But once you get that done, it's 4 bolts and like that. Chris Kinberg, I know you can. You can help me get bronze done, no problem. I feel like I've actually come a long way since the Silver Kings. I feel like, yeah, I could, and I'm getting better every time I ride. I'm doing a lot more drills, a lot more stuff like that. Kim Jackson, I'm getting a beta relatively soon, probably January. I definitely ordered one. I'm selling Daisy. It's pretty much sold already. My buddy Rich Pierce, where are you, Rich Pierce? He's usually here. Is buying it. At least he said he was going to buy it. I'm making him a hell of a deal on it, so I can take that money and put it towards the beta. And yeah, so yeah, I'm getting a beta. I'm excited because I need to always have a carbureted bike. I don't want to ever get rid of carbureted bikes. And yeah, Scott Guknecht, I'm interested in the TSP ERM. I am also. They're going to send me one. Supposedly, they're supposed to be sending me an ERM. In fact, I got to check in with those guys. The TBI ERMs are just not available yet. So, let's see. Keith McQueen, love Jimmy's Portland your back. Didn't know you were a couple. Yeah, hold on. Watch this. I think I can. Add a. Crap! I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. I don't know how to add a camera right now. Sorry, guys. Ooh, here. Is that a camera? No, that's not it. Oh, man. Anyway, he's right here. And yes, carbs do rule in so many ways. I love bread. I love carburetors. Chris Kinberg, I'm also stoked for the beta. And yes, Garrett Anderson, no Daisy. Daisy's going down the road. I cannot afford to have Daisy and the beta. And that was the big thing. I was like, I didn't want to get rid of Daisy, but at the same time, I'm really excited for the beta, and the beta will fulfill my need to have a carbureted bike that I can get gas out of for chainsaws and all that stuff. So it will fill that void, which I'm psyched about. Let's see. I hope you have good luck with it. The two people I personally had some issues. Yeah, Tom the Battle Axe. I also hope I have good luck with the beta. But the upside to my life and this YouTube channel that you guys are so gracious to support is that if it sucks, it's good for me anyway. Right? If that thing sucks and I get to make a bunch of videos of it, then big deal. It's no big deal. So, it's going to work for me no matter what. And the new one is looking really good. Oh, and I got a question about steering stabilizer. I got to make sure. Moto Master. Definitely get one of those Tusk stand bike lift thing. By the way, I took that to my home shop. Kid uses it all the time, and it's working out really, really well. Holding up well. I can say make sure you use the little lock and let the pressure off the hydraulic ram, because otherwise it will fail eventually. But all hydraulic rams will. I got a snap on one on a press that's failed. So, they all leak or whatever. So yeah. And yes, the betas are freaking sexy. And the new one's cool. They moved the radiators finally, so I got full steering. And then, they have twin spark ignition, which I think is hilarious. Because it's it's a dome like this big, like you need twin spark. But I talked to a friend who's a little further in the know than I am, and he said that with that twin spark, they passed Euro 5 emissions, and that's why they're doing it. It's nothing to do with performance. They're probably going to say it has something to do with performance. It does not. It has to do with burning more of the gas and oil out of there so that it doesn't emit as much. Kimberly and Jake Prater, what do you think about the Honda 250 RX? I'm torn between that or a Beta Xtrainer. You mean like that 250 RX right there? To pair with my XCFW 350, Beta has me concerned for reliability. Honda dealer is 20 minutes away. Beta is an hour and a half away. Well, they're two super different bikes. Those bikes could not be any more different. That bike, the 250 RX, is a race bike. Like, it's a full-on hair scrambly GNCCE kind of race bike. It's a CRF-R just with a big tank, 18-inch wheel, kickstand. I'm sure the motor's a little different, but it's really cool. The Xtrainer is nothing like that. It's got a really cool motor with you put a pipe on it and all that, but the suspension is poop for going fast. So you got to do, to me, an Xtrainer to get my suspension to where I would want to ride it. And there's nothing wrong. I've ridden really well set up Xtrainers. They're nice. But it costs a ton of money. It's like probably $4 or $5 grand to buy a whole new fork shock and everything. It's how many hours on Daisy now? I just checked. The speedo hasn't been working all the time because the magnet hasn't been. It's been covered up with junk. So probably about 550. But the crank probably has 150 hours on it. Top end has about 150 hours on it. I'm selling it with a brand new top end in a box and stuff. No new YZs. No, Tom, I will not be buying a new YZ. My kid have YZs. They love them. I love YZs, but I'm not kicking a bike. I'm done with that. Except for that. I'll kick that bike all day long, but I'm not running the thing. What lights you can run on the Baja Pig? I've got a, right there you can kind of see it, a Squadron Sport from Baja Designs. And then I'm going to have two Desert Unlimited helmet lights. But, this is not the race bike. The race bike is a WR450 with two big, nasty 4-bank LEDs on it. So, yeah. Kim Jackson, 300. Good day from Australia. Yeah, right on. Youngie sends his regards. Right on, dude. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Now I hope for content, good or bad. Yeah, absolutely. And Garrett, yes, you will have to try it. What year beta? Oh, brand new, 24. When you get the beta, I'd love to hear the differences when it comes ride geometry and how different it handles in hard enduro. And yeah, SS, I can. I'm excited too. I mean, obviously they're saying it's a new chassis and all that stuff. My guess is the new chassis is just the fact they moved the radiators, but maybe it is a whole new chassis. But it's in my experience, betas have always felt really small and really nimble and really nervous at speed. So, I've never set one up for myself, so I don't know. I'm sure there's lots you can do to edge it one way or the other. But everyone I've ridden has felt really small, which is why I want it for hard enduro. Racing on the beta will definitely be good for your YouTube. Here in the U, we had high numbers of beta at the races. They're a lot less now. Yeah, I know, Stephen Davis. Like, there's not that many. It's going to be interesting. Well, I hope the things are good. Will the new beta have linkage? Yes, Ron, it will have linkage. But their linkage does not hang down like a boat anchor like my KTM. Luke Young, why are we voting no? Scott Willard, what's happening, man? Would Twin Spark increase fuel mileage as a byproduct? Maybe. Cellular on that, definitely claiming that. We'll see. Yeah, Kim Jackson, yeah. Xtrainer beginner bike suspension is light duty, 100%. In stock, the Xtrainer motor is so boring. And it's all the pipe, because it's basically the same engine as the 300RR. It just has this horrible, like, trials-looking pipe. What's my opinion on the radios? I already mentioned that. You probably just joined in, so I'm not making fun of you. I am not a fan. They're fine. They work, whatever. But they're old school technology now. The starting system is definitely old school. They definitely have some plastic gears in there that I don't like. When I took one apart, I don't know if you go check out, I don't know if it's on a Schlag or a separate thing, but there's me taking one apart, and yeah, not a big fan. Sean says, I'm a pilot, and all conventional gas planes have 2 plugs per cylinder. Good thing about it is that one plug fails, the bike will still run, hopefully. So yeah, that's a benefit. And all your planes, conventional planes, are 4 strokes, unless you're dealing with, like, something with a Rotax 2-stroke, something like that. And there's a difference when it comes to a 4-stroke cylinder. So, 1 second. So, conventional plane, first of all, has probably a bigger bore than that. Not all of them, but anyway. Also, they're 4 strokes, so they have valves here and here, here and here, and like a flat spot that goes right in the middle. And so there's a lot of like convolutedness. Anyway, terrible. In a 4-stroke head, and so they have 2 plugs, partially to light, and get the flame fronts joined up and come across. With this, there's not much to it. There's already a hemispherical head, Dodge Hemi, and there's, yeah, it obviously is going to hopefully burn more of the gas, and maybe it makes a little more power, and hopefully it, if one fails, it doesn't. But it's got 2 coils, 2 plugs, everything, and I don't think it's going to be a big problem with complexity, because it's still really simple. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Whatever, I'll try it. Dude named Eric, my 18 250 XCW has about 100 hours. Should I do a top end this winter, or can I wait for next? I put about 70 hours. No, dude named Eric, do a top end this winter. You'll be fresh for next year. Let's see. Thank you. I feel like the beta wouldn't be much of an improvement on my 2012. No, it would not. But the RX would be totally different style of riding. 100%. Kimberly and Jake. Yeah, they're such different motorcycles. And if you want a fast, like, zippy, nasty little, race bike, get the RX. If you want a beginner bike you can teach people to ride on, and not worry about power and all that, then the Xtrainer is pretty good. And then if you want to sink money into it, you can make it into a pretty cool bike. Ratios are a bit dated. Yeah, Keith, like a bit, yeah, way dated at this point. Never done a desert race. Is the plan to race go as fast as possible and be steady and finish? I did. For Baja, it's about being steady and finish. Baja is not about going super fast. It really isn't. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. It's more about a good pace, but a pace you can do for hundreds of miles. And someone asked how long I'm riding. I'm doing 200 miles is my thing. So, oh, good. Jared, hello, Dirt, just picked up his motorcycle out front, I bet. I just pushed it out front for him. But yeah, so desert racing, I love, like, big desert racing is more about consistency and reliability and not breaking the motorcycle. Hare and Hounds, different game. That is all about holding it wide. And just, I mean, it's still usually 100-mile races at least. So you do have to be consistent and finish and all that good stuff, but it's way more about just pinning it. Yeah, Chris Kingberg, thank you. I'm excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, are the Ricky Stator TX to upgrade stators worth it, you reckon? Yes, they are worth it because the bike has a sucky stator. And hurry up and get someone to make a better pickup design for the TBI tanks. So, okay, yeah, the pickup design of the TBI tanks is really, 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 really dumb. I mentioned that in my year-end review. Anybody who owns one of those bikes, if they say that that's not a problem, they're lying. It's the stupidest thing ever. There is a guy who has been emailing me. I can't remember his name right now, but and has been working on that. And he's got a thing that he thinks is going to work, but I told him he needs to test it. It's working right now. It's drawing all the gas out of the tank, but I told him he needs to test it. He needs to lay the bike over on its side and suck air, like late in a race, right? And see if it'll reprime. What are these GPX bikes surfacing? What do you mean? I haven't seen GPX bikes in a long time. Mike Barnato. Chinese crap. Yeah, GPX are, yeah. He said, 1 sec, I'll show you. Plastic gears, are they nylon? Yeah, Ron, they're nylon, and they're probably fine. It's the water pump gear, same as in that little 85. I put that on the video of me taking it apart. I don't love the fact that it's got a nylon gear because I have seen them get hot enough to melt, and that's not good. And Roger heard, how many more miles? I'm getting 200 miles. I would like maybe, hopefully, to get more, but I'm probably only going to get 200. Super chat, thank you, Jared, so much for the super chat. I really, really, really appreciate that. Guys, what Jared did there, if you're watching on the chat, was he just gave us $30. I'm not begging for money, but that is a very nice thing. If you guys enjoy our content, if you get benefit from it, if you get something from it and you want to help out, you can do a super chat here. You can go to Patreon. You can just PayPal me. You can buy me a coffee. That's in the thing. Or you can just subscribe to the channel and buy stuff from Rocky Mountain when you need it. But again, I need to make sure, I was saying this, I think I missed it a few times. I need to make sure I let you guys know I really want you to support local shops, keep people like me in business so that there can be more people like me and small shops that love you and take good care of you and build cool stuff. So shop local first. If you can't get it there or you hate your local people, buy it on Rocky Mountain because they are also awesome. They're Utah-based, employee-owned, operated. They're an awesome company. Moto Master, yes, going for speed. One fails. Yeah, Smiley Hansen, the plugs are so close. One fails when the other. That I think on a cylinder head this big, the two plugs, if one fails, yeah, the other one's going to fail. So, Shane McNabb, so Rim Rocker Chill, with DR650, man, that was beautiful out there. Oh, dude, Shane, so good. You guys were out there with Brian Holloway, right? And it looks awesome. Yeah, I love the Rim Rocker. I've taken this over the. I'm terrible at this mirrored thing. Taking that over the Rim Rocker. Rim Rocker's awesome. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a trail. It's a road, basically. It's a route, I'll call it. It's a bunch of different roads from Montrose to Moab on dirt, and it's really cool. Jared Bayless, thank you so much. I think it looks killer, too. How do you reckon the TSP medium comp head will work without EC reflash? Should I be worried about damage being done to the... So, no. Medium comp head will not damage anything SS on your bikes without a reflash. In fact, the TSP reflash on the TBI bikes is leaner down low. It's richer up top. But yeah, like, you won't hurt anything. Yeah, you'd be just fine. What Enduro series would you recommend in Colorado? I might look into doing a couple next year. Sean, if you want to do Enduros, yeah, the only real Enduro series is RMEC. If you want to just do off-road racing, take a look at Weeby Racing. It's a hair scramble series. It's actually a nice little hair scramble series to kind of dip your proverbial toes into racing. And it's a little less money. Oh, God, not even that much less money anymore. Racing's expensive. I'm just going to say that. So please don't complain about the price of races. Shut your mouth. If you want to race, pull out your checkbook. RMEC is the only real series in Colorado, like real Enduro series, and it's phenomenal, and I highly recommend it. And then the other hair scramble series, if you're on the Front Range, Corks is a good hair scramble series. David Barbercheck, have you tried moose balls and small tires yet? I have. What did I put it in? I did in something, but I could not get it in. Like they say they make one for like a 17-inch tire, like an 85, like a big wheel 85, or it's 100. And they did not fit. They were too big around. I couldn't make them work, so they had to go back. How did you start your shop? Any certifications, or you just do it? I've been an avid DIYer, thinking about garbage. So I got a whole thing about that on YouTube, Mech Shark. If you go to the story time series or playlist on our thing, you can watch that. But basically, I just did it. I'm an idiot. But I just did it and I pulled it off. So Ron Hartle, the one spark plug might fall apart. It's true. But yeah. One falls apart, the other one. Anyway, Scott Phillips was Sounding SS. I got 100 hours on RK Tek high comp head with no reflash, bottom end, and still mint. Yeah. So yeah, you don't need the reflash will be fun. The nice thing about the reflash is it can help tune to the head, and then you can actually get the most out of the head. So, oh yeah, Mike Barnato. Thank you for mentioning Mike Barnato's. Give us the lowdown, Mike. He is selling his YZ250X. So give us the lowdown, how much you want, and all that stuff right here, and see if someone wants it. It's a rad bike. Very, very good. Yeah, Corks. Good morning from Flagstaff. Michael James Daniel. How's it going, man? Most people that hate two-strokes have never rode one that was running right. That's what's cool about the injected two-strokes. They run pretty good. Yeah, 100%. They are really good. Ethan List. Just raced my first Enduro ever at Texas Creek. Yeah. It's an absolute blast. Well worth the money and experience. For sure. Oh, Kim Jackson, thank you. Hit the like button. Guys, if you're watching this live and you're in the chat and you're having fun and all that stuff, back out of the chat. You got to close the chat down, hit the thumbs up, and then come on back into the chat. Whoa! Look who just showed up. Jason Ream, how are you, my man? Oh, dude, how is the Midwest? What is going on, man? Yeah, good to see you. How do you run in your front tires and tubeless or tubes? Oh, Sean, I run moose balls or nitro mousses. 105 octane RK Tek and a TPI dealer map says fine, still no stronger. Yeah, there you go. What gearing is on my 18 XCW? 1450. The air doesn't belong in tires. Yes, agree. Countershocks. What up, Nathan Looney? I'm so excited to go racing. Do you still need to talk to me? You called me. I couldn't remember if that was before or after our conversation. Let me know. I'm actually I have to go run an errand here shortly, so I can give you a call. SS, you're going to love the TSP heads. The RK Tek head is definitely more explosive. If you're looking for explosivity, which is fun to say, and the absolute... Wow, someone just gave us a thumbs down. Shut up! Whoever gave me a thumbs down, suck it. Sorry, that was fun. Oh, they took it back. I bet it was an accident. So, still suck it. Sorry. The RK Tek head is way more just explosive power and just like that nasty, just nuts. And if that's what you're looking for, RK Tek head is better. If you're looking for really linear but still really good torque and horsepower, the TSP is better. Great, more surprise, Arizona. What's happening, man? I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna have a drink of coffee right now. It's been a little bit. There you go, Nathan Looney gave us the thumbs down. Oh, another thumbs down. Suck it again. Justin Monroe, $100 for the YZ. Oh yeah, let's talk about the YZ. 2020 great shape, massive part, brand new plastics. It's a YZ 250X. It is in very, very good shape. I know Mike. I race against him, and it's awesome. Yes. Oh, I love it. This is so fun. Yeah. So I say suck it because Leandra, our front desk person, who is seriously one of my favorite people, and Zach, there we go, Zach's wife, we're always telling people to suck it. It's really fun. Yeah, it's awesome. RK Tek has awesome over rev. Also, yes, with the right jetting, RK Tek does over rev very, very well. It's a RK, like Kelsey at RK Tek builds heads for raw power. And so the nice thing is you can run a gear high, and it's not like it's just out of control. You can't handle it. But the TSP is better at just that smooth delivery. And the thing is, carbureted bikes, actually my carbureted bikes, my kids' bikes, and my 18300 do have RK Techs, and I would put an RK Tek. I'll probably put an RK Tek back on this beta when I get to it, because with a carbureted bike, I can tune it, right? I can change needles, I can change jets, I can change things in air screw. I can tune the thing to run just like I want it to run, but just have a better head profile and all that good stuff. The problem with fuel injection and RK Tek is that Kelsey doesn't have a way to tune the computer, and so he's a little bit behind the schedule on that, right? The TSP is just at the top, so yeah. I like how it's like, and Zach exists. Yes. RK Tek had on VPT4, nice. Which knocked a bit, was stupid as remotely wet. Loved every second. Yeah, Tom Battle, so good. Yeah, Pal2468, watch out for trophy trucks. Oh yeah, I know all about watching out for trophy trucks. It's yeah, I've been passed by so many down there. It's worth putting a smart carb on a 19 Carb 300XC. Trav, I don't think so. Not me. I don't like smart carbs that much. Metering rod carbs are fine. They work. You can make them good, whatever. It's a lot of money, but I don't know. There's not a lot of benefit, in my opinion. Other than you can adjust it from the outside and all that. I mean, I guess that's nice. If you travel up and down in elevation a whole bunch, maybe that's nice because you can click it and get it dialed in. For me, it doesn't make sense. The Mikuni is fine with a little bit of love. The Kian's even better. So that's my personal opinion. When is Zach back? I love you busting his chops. I know. Zach won't be back till probably March, unfortunately. He's gone for a long time. Roger, have you done any moto camping, any BDR? I've done a very small amount off of Maria, the big girl. When I rode her over to Moab, set up camp, spent the night, rode the White Rim, and then came back. But that is it. And I would really like to do more of that. I can say the one thing that this bike is not perfect at, it's perfect at everything else. Motocross, trials, desert racing, everything else. But it does not carry a bunch of luggage well. And it's just the nature of the subframe and the way this whole thing is back here. It was built to race Mexico. It does that amazingly well. It doesn't carry a whole bunch of luggage really well. So, yes, carbs do rule, Kim, 100%. Let's see. When is setup getting made to fix four-stroke pipes? I don't know. We need to figure that out. I don't know. So, yeah. Any pipe recommendations for 22 KTM 300XC with TSP full setup? Yeah, dude. Buggy 4 Pat. That's fun to say. If you like low-end torque, then I cannot recommend the Moto's pipe any higher. It's a super tough stainless steel, doesn't rust, takes a shot really well, doesn't get bent super bad. I mean, mine's all bent up because it's hit lots of things really hard. But you know what, though? even though it's bent, like lots of dents in it, it hasn't like flexed and torn out of the head or anything like that, like a lot of other pipes. So it's actually, anyway, it's a great pipe. Low end power is really good. Over rev is still pretty darn good. But it's just not, yeah, it's a really, really, really good pipe. It's kind of I don't know. It works everywhere with an emphasis on low end. I like it a lot. The ground clearance is good. By the time you get it shipped from Turkey, it's pretty expensive, but it's not that much more expensive than F&F. So, yeah. Jared Bayless, what about Electron on an 18-250 SX? I know that's what you have. I think that's what you have. They work. I just like Kean's better. So, I think you probably would too. You're fast, Jared. And I think if you put a Kean on that thing and got it tuned, I bet you would be happier than the Electron or a smart carb or any of that stuff. And except for the fact that, again, you have to fiddle with it a little bit more if you go big elevation changes. But man, a 36 millimeter Kean is just amazing. Yeah, and Garrett Anderson says my McCoy runs pretty good everywhere. Just a little change the air screw. Yeah, I did find out if you run in compression on a stock Explorer forks to go fast, they turn into a solid mount suspension. Run in compression to go fast. Oh, like turn the compression way in? Yeah, on solid like stock Explorer forks. Yeah, they did it. First ever hard enduro in Quinton, Oklahoma. Saturday morning by twins. Oh, nice. Good luck, Lucas. Have fun. The Huskies that had McCoonies were poop. Yeah, well, stock they were all poop with that McCooney because the McCooney, like every one of those McCoonies I've taken apart, brand new. Jet black gasket was junk. The jetting was way off. There's a lot of things, but I've made them run really good. If you're ever in Northern Colorado, run. Oh, dude, Sean, I want to ride the Grizzly Helena trail so bad. I got to do that next year. That's on my list of things. So Joe Foster, electrons are good carbs too. It makes my bike perform consistently over the elevation range they claim plus some. Two-stroke circle. Yeah, they're good. Like I said, they're good. I just like the other ones better now. Ooh, Moto's pipes are on sale now. Scott Coffin. There you go. Buy a Moto's pipe. Do it. If they're on sale, crap. I better, yeah. Because I want to get one for my kids, YZ, and yeah. Ordered Ultra B 5 weeks ago, waiting for it to arrive. Ooh, Trusted Silver. Dude, let me know how that goes. I like that bike. It's fun. Shame I lost my rear brakes coming off one of the hills on Rim Rocker. Not fun on a fully loaded bike. I bet not. Yeah, that would suck. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mech Shark. If you want to save money, the Lex pipe from our Rocky Mountain ATV is very good, actually. When they make one for the XC, I'm definitely going to get one. For the new XC, I'm going to get one and test it out. Oh, boy. Here we go. Lee Awaken says, Spooge. We used that term way back in the 70s. Love it. My 30-something daughter told me the other day she used that word because she heard me use it, and I was told it was a sexual term. Yes. Oh, Lee, I love it, dude. Oh, my gosh. I know. It's so funny. Yeah. Man, I'm old enough that, yeah. That's awesome. Sorry about your daughter. That's so good. Stock sport forks are so bad. Why did they change from standard OC? Tom, the Battle Light. So it's a great question, but they honestly, they went from the open chamber, which was a fine fork, nothing wrong with that fork, to the 4CS, which was the worst fork ever, to the Explorer that was only just a tiny bit less worse than the 4CS, but easier to fix than the 4CS. The 4CS was almost impossible to fix. Like, basically, you had to gut it. So, yeah. Joe Foster, most words are sexual to you guys. Yeah, fair enough. First link in the description. Now Morgan can give me commission too. There you go. Mech Shark, you bet. Yeah, so yeah, go link in the description of this video. The very first link says support us on Rocky Mountain. Click on that sucker. That'd be awesome. Cycle Farm, what's happening? I still want to swap my McCoy for a Kean, but it's always down on the priority list. I know. And I sold the Kean with my Daisy, so sorry. Question to keep it solid. Yeah, thanks, Jared Bayless. Sorry if you're listening to this or watching this later. Pull up the live chat, and I'm not putting this up on audio anymore because I don't know how many people ever listen to it, and you can't do the live chat with that anyway. So, John Capno, what's happening? Chris Burns, Moto's foot pegs are amazing as well, and their clutch weights as well. But 5 down, 5 back pegs, I'm in love with. Yeah, dude, Chris Burns, 5 down, 5 back pegs, big fan on the new chassis. 2 strokes are sexual, period. I love it. Have you heard any dates on the R Enduro short lever? No, I haven't, Scott Copeland. I need to get a hold of him and ask. Sandy Smith, what's going on? I'm doing the Perry Mountain 24-hour race in Alabama. 5 or 6 riders want to come and be the 6th. Ooh, dude, pal, I would love to. That would be so much fun, but I cannot. I'm so busy, and I'm doing so much traveling. The whole Mexico thing is eating up the whole budget. Thanks for reminding me of the 4CS4s we don't talk about. They can't hurt us. Yes, Tom Battle-Axe. Dude, worst fork. I sold a motorcycle over those forks. Oh, I hated that bike. It was terrible. Anyone here ride an Africa Twin? I picked up a 21 a couple years ago. They are big bikes. Dude, those things are sweet. Trusted Silver. Actually, I would like one. If I bought another adventure bike, it would probably be an Africa Twin. I like those things a lot. Not the Auto. The Auto's fine. That's not. Honestly, the Auto's pretty cool. I rode one, but I would buy the manual mainly to save money and reduce complexity. But the Auto actually works really good because it's actually not an Auto like crappy Auto. It's a dual clutch transmission Auto, so it's pretty freaking sweet. Yeah. It's like Ferrari transmission stuff, so just worry about it. Yes, Garrett Anderson, 24-hour races should be Ironman as God intended. Yes. Oh, I love it. 100%. I'm feeling good. I'm getting back in shape and been riding my bicycle, been working out, eating better, and I'm feeling really good. I cannot wait to get down to Mexico and put some miles in. And I can't wait to get back here and really hammer down for next season. I want to do some 24-hour races again. That's my whole thing. I was actually just this morning looking at a trophy I got back in 2000? No, 98, 99, I don't know, for 3rd place in the Pikes Peak Marathon, men's 20 to 24. So I have that in me. I just got to get back to it. Trusted Silver, you got the manual. Sweet. Nice. Again, the Auto's fine. I actually had a buddy. He bought an Auto because it was just a crazy smoking deal. Like it just worked out, and it's pretty awesome. Again, the complexity, the blah blah blah. I'm not a fan. No Thursday night ride for me tonight, guys. It did rain a bunch, so if it gets sunny, it might be the best ever, like out there. So think about that. I cannot because I will be grocery shopping to go hunting, going elk hunting for my very first time. I'm really excited about it with my father-in-law and my kid, my youngest boy. My youngest boy and I both drew bull tags in Unit 62. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be awesome. Garrett Anderson, school will be killing you. He says he want to get back in shape, but school is killing you. School is terrible. Are there any months that are almost unrideable down in southern Colorado over the winter? Not specifically, Sean. If you had to guess at a month that would suck, I would go with February. That would be almost unrideable. But I've ridden in February too and had a great. John had good morning from the desert. Going to ride these trails in eastern Utah before all the closures go into effect, or at least before they block them off. Yeah, John, do it. And then, John, you and I'll just go ride them after they close them. But yeah, all the bikes should be manual. It's useful engine brakes, but yeah, 100%. So with Tom the Battle-Axe, that DCT, someone here, let's see, someone said something. The DCT Africa Twin can be frustrating off-road. I bet it can. But it is super cool. The best way to fix 4CH cartridges is a trash can. Yeah, well, it's the whole thing because you got to gut it. So, yeah, they're terrible. Ooh, Aaron Gustafson heading to Turkey for Sea to Sky on Saturday. Going to see all the legends make it look. Dude, that's awesome. Good luck. Have fun, man. Have so much fun. That's awesome. Congratulations. Cheers from Texas. Woohoo! What's happening, Sea Fleas? How long before we see a Triumph review? LO, any thoughts on what those bikes may be like? Motomaster, probably, yeah, I don't know. Probably never. I shouldn't say never, but doubtful for me because it's a 4-stroke motocross bike, which is like the least interesting bike to me ever. But, and not that they're bad, it's not interested. But I think they're going to be good. I mean, I don't know. Ricky helped design it. I don't think they're going to suck. I think they're going to have a long way to go to start really selling bikes. He's going to have to really start winning races, or at least doing well, and that's going to take hiring really good riders, and that takes a lot of money, and so we'll see. But yeah, I think they're going to be good. Mike Virgin, what's happening? Cold California, nice. My I Suck at Dirt Biking hoodie is coming in. Yes, coming in clutch. I like it. Yeah, so yeah, early in the year, clay desert is miserable if it rains, takes days to dry, weeks at high elevation. So Mech Shark, yeah, but like our clay desert, if it gets sunny and warm for just a little bit, it gets really good. Let's see. Yeah, you can adjust the amount of engine brake on the Africa Twin. Yeah, the DCT is amazing because it's not like an auto like you think. It's a legit actual constant mesh transmission. It's just got dual clutches and electronic actuation. It's pretty cool. They say Enduro Triumph models. I'm sure they are, but they're gonna be 4-strokes, which again, not interesting. Roger, no Stark Varg for me. I don't have the money to spend on something that I probably won't use that much. Giovanni McCoy Remulta, what's happening? Shout out. The trash is too kind for 4CS, insulting that poor trash can. Tell him the Battle Axe, I love it. We should shoot those with shotguns and high-powered rifles. That'd be fun. Ooh, crap, I don't have any. We should do that. Like, someone get together with me. We'll find some old 4CS forks and we'll shoot them with big guns and we'll have a lot of fun. They are YZs with KTM engines. They'll be pretty good. Yeah, fair enough. Second farm. Yeah, they're going to be pretty good. I see Chase Sexton is in orange. Yeah, yeah. And that was known that for a little while, Kim, that he's been switching over, which is why there's a lot of talk about him and Jet on the team and like who's getting the better bikes and the better stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Stark Varg goes, you look cool for 30 minutes before I have to charge for 3 hours. Make sure 100%. If you guys haven't checked out Travis Pastrana's new channel, he's got a new, it's like 199 channel or channel 199. Anyway, he talks about them and he talks about how much fun they are. It's awesome. It's, yeah, I'm out. Lee Waken Spooge has always meant oil residue emitted by a 2-stroke to me. Yes, awesome. Hand grenade is a great tool. Yes, Travis has a fix for the 4CS. Roger, he has a fix for the 4CS. The best fix for the 4CS, though, that Travis has is gutting it and putting good stuff in it. Oh, Ryan McKibben. Phenomenal last name, Ryan. Like, if you guys are watching the live chat, just look at Ryan's last name. It makes me happy. McKibben. Hello from Walla Walla, Washington. I'm watching this while scarfing down a breakfast burrito the size of a small child. Yes! Hopefully there's bacon in there. If there's not, you did it wrong. Aren't you plugged into the industry to have a Varg just send out to free stuff to you? Counter Shocks. Not quite, unfortunately. I am a huge dirt biker. I got to get back to those huge dirt biker videos. I've been busy. I got to do that more. But yeah. No, I need to. I'm a small time influencer, Garrett. 100%. I am definitely a small time influencer, but an influencer nonetheless. And you guys are watching, and I really appreciate it. It does make me so happy. If you have not yet, make sure you hit the like button. I got to mention that. Also, again, please support us on Rocky Mountain. It makes a big difference in my life. It really does. It's a big deal. So thank you very much to everyone who's done that. I've seen it. It's been awesome. I appreciate it. Zach Farkash, have a good day. Roger Hurd helped design the Protect the Show internals. Nice. Right on. The OnlyFans. Yes, dude. Mech Shark. When is the OnlyFans page coming up to maximize marketing potential? Oh, man. God. Literally no one wants to see that. Tom the Vax, we will bully you if you ride a Varg just for a little bit. I would deserve to be bullied. I want to ride one, though, because, like, seriously, 80 horsepower, which, by the way, is BS. It's not 80. Everybody keeps saying 80 horsepower because that's what it says when you put it in that mode. But I watched a guy take one and Countershock, that's phenomenal. So I watched a guy take a Varg, brand new, put it in the 80 horsepower mode, put it on his dyno in California. I guess that's the upside to the electric bikes, is that it doesn't matter whether you're in California or top of freaking Mount Everest, it makes the same power. And he dynoed that thing, and it made 71 or 70, which is still stupid, right? I mean, that's still dumbest amount of horsepower. But it does not make 80 horsepower, period. What kind of bikes are in the background? Sorry if this is... all right. No worries, Trusted Silver. That is my 2002 XR650R that has been completely rebuilt now, even though it's still dirty looking, but it is brand new in so many ways. And I'm taking that to Mexico for the Baja 1000 this year, here in just less than a month. And then the one in the back is a 2020 CRF 250RX that does not run very well. Fuel pump's dead. Well, it's not dead. It runs. Actually, I'm going to try it here in a bit and see. I don't think it's going to run this morning. Best bike for a 15-year-old who's 5'8", 110, new to moto, any year. Mike Virgin. Best bike, 55'8", 110 pounds. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm going to lean towards a two-stroke. A 125 would be great. A 200, actually, no, 200. 200 two-stroke. So Beta 200 or an older KTM 200 would be perfect. Perfect. What headlight are you using on Maria? Kim Jackson? It's just a Baja Designs Squadron Sport. That bike has had multiple crazy headlights on it. That's the one that I've got now, and it works fine for pre-running. Didn't Josh Hill make 90 horsepower YZ 450F for snow racing? He played a little bit. Tom the Battle. I don't know if he made 90 horsepower, but he made a bunch. And then you can make way more horsepower with a freaking internal combustion motor. So it's nuts. I mean, like these bikes. So these XR650s, when you did the HRC kit to them, like which I did on an 07 when we raced the 07000, those bikes with the right pipe, right tuning, cam, piston, and everything, they would make over 80 horsepower at sea level. It's out of hand. They were not, that thing would 80 miles an hour. You'd come over a rise on a road, and if you rolled into it, it would just, it would loop out if you weren't careful. It was amazing. Baja bike, you really are nuts, but in a good way. Yes, thanks. Mike Virgin. What's happening, Punk Rock Club? I'm interested in the Fantic Enduro bikes. Wish you could get them here in the States. I bet they're pretty cool. I mean, Fantic's been around a long, long time. The only problem is that you can't. If you got one here in the States, you'd never find parts. I bet they're badass. How do you feel about the headlights on Enduro bikes with just a helmet light? The stock headlights? They suck, but with a helmet light, you're good. You guys think it looks like the one on my Africa Twin, 6.5 gallons. I know, it looks so much bigger. It's only like 4.3 or something like that, which is still big. And for pre-running, you need a big-ass tank because there's not pit stops every 50 to 75 miles like there are during the race. So you need a big-ass tank for that. In Mexico, with Mexico jetting, that tank's only good for maybe 150 miles. Not that far. Yeah, Beta KTM 200 all day. Yeah, 100%. Back to the question about the kid. So yeah, 200, get one. You'll be stoked. Let's see. Congratulations on entering the Baja. Thanks, John Capto. I'm stoked. I'm just on a team, kind of like a hired gun. I'm not getting paid, but I'm just on the team going riding. Oh God, Roger Hurd, KX500, 117 miles an hour in Mexico, 1642. Freaking nuts. No one has asked, but you should be asking what gearing I'm running because it's interesting. For Baja, I'm running 15. Oh, there we go. 1547. 650 is looking super punk rock and ready to rip in Baja. Thanks, Steve Stanton. I am. Yeah, it does, and I love it. Would you go with moose balls or regular moose for Arizona? Moose balls, average. I'm a moose ball guy. High speed, maybe the nitro moose, but I'm excited to see how moose balls do at high speed. I don't have them in this bike because Nitro Moose sponsored me and sent me Nitro Mooses for this, and they got a hold of me first. The moose balls guys got a hold of me too, and they're helping us out. We put SKF seals, and we're running some other stuff from SKF on the bike. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Watching from the Philippines. Oh, cool, man. How are the Philippines these days? It's a place I've actually always wanted to go. My granddad was there during World War II, and yeah. Here's a question, Giovanni Coy Remulta. Do you know where Morotai is? Who remembers Mouse McCoy? Dude, are you kidding me? Who remembers Mouse McCoy? Mouse McCoy is the reason that I ever raced Baja ever. I watched Dust to Glory. I was like, screw it, I'm doing that. And like 2 years later, I was racing the 1000 solo. How long do moose balls usually last? I've got a set in a rear tire that's got like 100 hours on it. So, and they're still good. So a very long time. Very long time. I do lube my balls frequently because I change tires a lot. So that helps a lot. Keeping them lubed up is a big deal. Moose Juice is huge for that, guys. Right now, if you go to his website, it's like moose-juice, JOOSE.com. I think hopefully he's got the big gallon jugs on there. I think they're crazy expensive, but it's nice. It's got a plunger. There's a little bit on each ball. It's ridiculous. This needs to go on the OnlyFans page, and then install them. And so yeah, it works out good. What's your thought on Lucio's super thick tubes, Steven Stanton? I don't like them. They're a massive pain to install, and then they're heavier than crap, and you can feel the weight. Like, I'm not a big weight weenie, right? I'm riding an XR650, so like, understand I don't care that much about weight, but weight on wheels is a different game, and they weigh a metric ton, and when you're going down a road at like 15-20 miles an hour, you can feel it. It's nuts. So I'm not a fan. I don't like them. I'm sure for like hard enduro, when you want to adjust pressure and not have the possible failure of a tubeless system or a normal tube, then they're great, but like not a big fan. Let's see. There are downfalls to my 1290 Super Adventure, like all the electronic silly errors, but for a commuter bike, being able to hit some trails on the way home is super fun. Crazy HP gets the heart pumping. Yeah, dude. Rex Hammerschmidt. Yeah, dude. Big adventure bikes they're freaking awesome. They are very complex. They have a lot of crap on them. To really take them way out into the weeds is definitely nerve wracking. I think. I mean, I've met people that have had problems out there, and that's why I like XRs for that kind of stuff. But they're super rad. How do pits work in Baja? Do you have your own pit crew? So no, you hire a pit crew SS. There's no way, unless you are filthy rich, there's no way to do pits on your own. Not even the trophy truck team, they hire Baja or BF Goodrich. But we pay for pits. It's, this year's $1,500, $1,600, something like that. Plus some is like more. It's almost $2,000 by the time you're done. And they have Baja pits is who we're using, and they have pits all the way down the peninsula every 50 to 75 miles. Are the balls easier to install than regular mousse? I think so. Got to work. Have a good day. Let's talk 4CS destruction. Yes, I like it. And spec tires. You got to figure out the spec tire thing. Am I bringing the juice into the shop? No, I don't stock it. But he's got it on Amazon and then on his page. What can you say about CRF 450X05? Great bike, Giovanni. Stock, the valves kind of sucked. The intake valves were tie with a terrible coating, and they wore out really fast. But other than that, that's a great motorcycle. People bitch about them, but I like them a lot. Would you ever live down there in Baja and where? Yes. I'd never leave the United States forever. Never. I don't know if I'll ever leave Colorado forever because I like winter as well as awesome weather. So, I'll never leave forever. But I would totally have a place in Baja. If I did, I'm just looking at this. There's a map right there for the course this year. I would probably do Mulegé or maybe somewhere further south, like Santa Rita, Constitución, or something like that. But Mulegé is pretty freaking amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. I like Baja a lot. It's a nice place. Do you run a rim lock on the front with moose balls? Yes, Don T, I do. All right, guys, I just looked at the time. It is late. I love you people so much. I love the Punk Rock Club even more. You watched this whole thing. You stayed at the end. You guys are my favorites. So, yeah, and by the way, if you don't know what Punk Rock Club is, that's the people who watch the end of the videos. They give us a rock and roll sign when they can, and they are my favorite people on earth. Maybe even more than my kids. So I love you guys. I really do hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels. We need more people on dirt bikes because it makes better people. If you have any questions, comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Use the Rocky Mountain link. Look at First Track Motorsports or firsttrackmoto.com/Highland Cycles. Ben Nicholson, First Track Motorsports. He's awesome. South Bay Motor Performance, Two Stroke Performance, RK Tek, Nitro Moose Balls, Intech. I gotta thank these people. Warp 9, man, I don't know. The list goes on and on and on. It's really way too big. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I cannot even believe my life. I love you. Get out and spread the gospel two wheels. And I hope that what we're doing is inspiring you guys to work on, but way more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!